You don't really know how much fun it has to be. She said so.
America is in grave danger.
Now? Is this picking up my mic? Yes, it is now. That was weird. Give me a few seconds to fix things up. What?
My iPad should be on in my bed. I need it for a light.
Oh, okay, hold on. I'm trying to figure some stuff out. Something here ain't working. What on earth is going on here? I haven't gotten to introduce myself properly and things aren't working again. Where's your phone?
I thought I set it by my bag.
It's under your bag. Here you go. I have no idea why this ain't working. Or where the hell my what that's why I'm getting so many messages all of a sudden. Okay, so I've just noticed two main issues here. One, this is not picking up the sound from the game. Also, yeah, let me go over here and see if I can fix this up. Yeah, I'm using the correct tool. Alright, let's try this again. Figure it out as we go. We'll do it live. Well, anybody's watching, right? And it froze again. Why is it freezing? I swear I tested this like multiple times before the stream. Okay. Give me a second. Let's try switching this over to Proton 7. Take your time. Yeah, apparently. And I have also noticed that, yeah, this is not... Why is my capture card? Holy... Yeah, I'm glad you liked the layout. I had a lot of fun making this. I'm happy to show it off. But now I gotta figure out why the audio capture isn't working for the game. Let's see here. We will figure this out. But first I have to make the game run. And we need to actually get past the loading screen, which it has not yet. There we go. Alright. Now there's still the potential for it to crash later, so we'll find out. We'll figure it out as we go. This is the one game that I have not actually gotten to run 100% fine on Linux. So naturally, it's the only game I actually am going to play. Alright, let's see if we can figure out the sound issues next. Yeah, you can hear it through my... You can hear it through my microphone. But how do I get you guys to have audio capture? Let me check here. Audio input capture? Hold on, let's try this. Digital audio interface. Nope. That ain't it. Not being able to capture audio is an issue. That's what I get working with a new computer, right? Do I actually have voice meter still installed and I just haven't been using it? Give me a second here. Yeah, open voice meter. Okay, hold on. What the hell's going on now? I am so confused. Hold on. What in the fuck? Hold on. Let me try this. That's nothing. No, that's not it either. That's my regular mic. How about now? Are we just gonna have to work? Are we gonna have to work without fucking like audio capture? I thought I had this solved, and now it's not here. Because none of the input... Okay, you know what? You know what? We're gonna get this to work. Hold on. I'm also actually gonna turn down the game on my computer. Hold on. Wait, do we get it? Do we have sound from the game now? What? Hold on. Oh no, you just came back to see that we had the game running. No, I'm trying to get the... gonna turn down the computer volume on this because it's really loud. Alright, back to seeing if we can get any sort of audio capture out of this by doing a stupid. Okay. We're just not getting... We're not getting any sort of audio streaming. That's a problem, because this game has excellent sound. You've got to be kidding me. Yeah. Oh, the music's great. That's part of why I want to capture it, but for whatever reason, this thing does not want to pick it up. Stupid fucking HD capture card. The fact that my stuff for my old shitty component cables works better than my HD capture card really says a lot. Yeah, it's just not... It's not wanting to go through. Okay. Go on settings, to listen to this device or something? Play a different process on Linux. Yeah, hold on. Let's try something here. Let me see. I mean, you gotta remember, we're not streaming off the Linux. That's the first thing to note. We're still streaming off the old laptop over here, but the game's being played on the new PC. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. Sound. It's the output profile. Oh, hold on. What the hell? We had a bot pop up twice. What's going on there? Let me check something.
Front, left. Front, right.
Alright, that tests that. Let's see, input, that's for the mic on my computer. That doesn't matter. Oh, I can change like the sounds that I play when I'm starting this up. I am going to take advantage of that later.
Front. Left.
Oh, hey, I think we got it. Hold on. Did that do it?
Front. Right.
Let me see. Okay. We have sound. We have sound capture. Now to get the game running again. Oh boy. See, this is the sort of stuff you solve before you start streaming, but I'm not smart. Okay, now we're just not getting sound out of my computer, but that's fine. Let me do something over here real quick. And y'all let me know how to adjust the volume for you. Let's see here. Let me keep working with this. We've nearly got it. We were getting sound, weren't we? Okay, you guys are getting sound now. I'm not. What on earth? Hold on. Yeah, exactly. Why did it not play the sound? I'm getting sound on my computer, right? Okay, now I'm not getting sound on my computer. What on earth? Okay, hold on. I think I've got it. I think I finally got it. Okay, hold on. Okay, how's that for everybody? How's that? Is that good? Is tech support nearly over? Please tell me tech support is nearly over.
And I'm not normal!
Okay, sounds like the only thing I have left to do is to increase the volume of the game. And I'm going to do that by closing it one more time. Raising the volume on my computer. Let's go to 80%. That should be fine. Now, it will be delayed for me, I believe, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Alright. I think we're finally in the clear. It's important I figure this stuff out now, though, so I didn't have to deal with it on Friday, right? Alright. How's that for sound capture? I think we got everything good for now? Alright, if we're good then. Okay! Now that tech support with Shaggy is over, at the 25-minute mark of the stream... Hello everybody, this is Quinn Michael from Shaggy Turtle Studios, and welcome to Assault Suit Lanos, the 2016 remake. Which is, yeah. It began when Earth's outcasts returned in great warships from the darkest reaches of space.
Shinji,
They
you
attacked the
must
planet and
pilot
all
the
her galactic
robot.
outposts with lightning fury.
No, I am
The Earth's
afraid.
defenses fought for
Shinji, you
survival. Warriors
fucker.
outfitted in gigantic cyborg battle armor. The battle began on Ganymede. I think it's just the same way the Genesis game opens up. But there's more, and you're also going to get to see a look at the gameplay here. Jupiter. Discombobulated me with the command. Yes, you did. Oh, man. So this is a remake of Target Earth for the Sega Genesis, which we did play last week. I am very fond of that game, as well as its sequel, Cybernator, also known as Assault Suits Falcon. Alright, here you go. Here's what the game looks like in action, by the way. This is the demo, but it has a text crawl that we're going to use as well. A text crawl that's going to look very familiar to fans of Cybernator, honestly. Just gotta wait for it to start, because it does start here somewhere. There we go. In the year 2096, probing of the outer planets by humans began in earnest. However, tension between the major countries pursuing profit deepened, and the Fourth World War began. The war became increasingly violent, and although nuclear weapons weren't used, each country's forces were so devastated that it made continuing the war virtually impossible. With no other option, a ceasefire was called. Due to the war, all communication with the exploration team sent into space was lost. Restoration efforts began in many regions, but the damage was so extensive that such work could not be carried out without the resources mined from outer planets. To prevent further war and to maintain security over the planets, all of Earth's nations came together to form the Outer Planets Pact. This prevented any one nation from monopolizing any resources mined from space, an agreement that held despite each nation's military forces upon sufficient enmity. As the pact held, danger approached from the far reaches of space. Without warning, a key mining base on one of Jupiter's moons, Ganymede, was attacked by unknown assailants. I had to read that really quickly because the game was going really fast with that text crawl. So, this takes place after Valken. So Cybernator on Super Nintendo is actually the prequel to this, despite being the second game. Its ending leads directly into this. Now, we did not get to finish Cybernator because of that glitch. I might play Cybernator again sometime this week. We'll put up with the noise lines on my Super Nintendo, because I do not have the money to get a new adapter right now. Why don't we jump into the game? So first of all, let me show you some stuff here. We have game start, continue options. Here we go. Ah! There's a score rank you get for, there's a score rank you get for playing the game and getting, you know, a total score. And it unlocks new, yeah, it unlocks new things for you to use. Me and my brother have been playing this a bit off of, we've been playing this a bit, off stream. So we actually have a bunch of points to go through. Okay, hold on, let's go to the configuration. Alright, let's see. First of all, game options. Score display, off. Release fire lock, don't display window message. Lean up bonus. Okay. Okay, I'll figure that out some other time. Deck score. Missile launcher for practice mode. For practice mode. Okay. Laser sight, which makes aiming easier. I'm not going to use any of these. The vernier gauge, which is how long your jump boost lasts. You can play the classic mode in, well, you can play the classic background music. More bonuses from Lena. It's fine. We're not going to use any of that. This is just changing the display language, which we don't need to bother with. Oops. Go all the way back here. Screen options, which I really don't need to mess with either. This is all fine. The controller setup, which should be set to what I could make best working here, because we're still using a Super Nintendo controller. And this game is not designed for a Super Nintendo controller. Actually, yeah, it's probably worth setting up the controls here just to show you the compromises I'm making to stream this with this controller. Let's jump into this. Yeah, he's playing Dragon Quest. We're streaming this on the anniversary of it's the Bro, I didn't know. I was not planning that. What? That is a hell of a coincidence. I had no idea that it was. I just wanted to play this because I got it set up, dude. Also, do you like my layout? Came out today in 1990. Bro, that's so cool. Oh, well, damn, we gotta play this. Okay, let's see. We've got a difficulty. I think I have this on the normal difficulty, yeah. Volume, which you can see my volume's a little stagnant. It's because I wanted the music to be loud. Okay. And default settings. We've got everything. Alright, I'm gonna show you guys the Yeah, hey Grant. Hey everybody, welcome. I'm gonna hit the controls real quick just so you can see the compromises I'm working with using a Super Nintendo controller, because this is not the way you should play this game. You should absolutely have a better controller setup than what I'm using. Alright? So let me show you. Alright. Up, down, left, right. Hard knuckle, I'm actually setting to A on the controller. For a reason. We're skipping the dash button. That is not optimal. I'm going to have to dash by double tapping, which removes some important things. Okay. Jump slash boost. Shot will be normal. Lock firing angle. Shield. And then I'm using X to change my weapon. And I can't shift it left or right. So immediately you can see I am working with a disadvantage here. That's what we're doing. Do not play this with a Super Nintendo controller. Don't be a poor broke bastard like me and not have a actual Xbox 360 pad to run this with. Or buy it on a console that runs PS4, because that's what it was originally released for that. It's gonna run way better on the PS4, PS5 setup. That is absolutely the way you should be playing this. Not what my dumbass is doing. And now... Oh, right. Yeah, okay, I remember now. I don't even use the back control. I did one thing wrong here. Hold on. Hold on. Does your stick have 8 buttons? It does, but I tried playing this with a stick. It does not work very well. Alright. Alright, now let's go back and start the game from the beginning. It might crash again. That is the one problem I have, is the loading screens. There's a potential for the game to crash. I'm prepared for that to happen. We'll just keep running at the wall till it works, because the game can work, it just sometimes it crashes. This is just how things are. Alright, so let's start the game. And cross our fingers that no crashing happens. Awesome. So here we go. So already we see an update here that... Okay, so let's see. Ganymede, large moon of Jupiter. On Jupiter's largest moon, Earth's colonies have established a base for mining resources from the region. The second mechanized mobile forces are stationed there to protect it as per the Outer Planets Pact. A short while ago, all communications between the mobile forces and our battle fleet was cut off as the fleet sat in low orbit above the isolated and vulnerable enemy base. It seems the base tried to contact the fleet to find out what was happening, but with no huge success. All they confirmed was a huge number of unknown heat signatures sending to the moon surface. We soon determined they were attack ships with combat troops and unknown enemy. The enemy success was too many clear. The moon was under attack, and the enemy base was the primary target. Okay, I just want to say, in the previous work by Dracue, however they want to pronounce it, Armored Hunter Gunhound, they just let you scroll through that on your own pace, so you can read it yourself. This auto-scroll nonsense, it makes it hard to keep up with things. Anyway, that's a minor complaint. Let's actually start the game. Oh, one other thing I should know, because of what I'm using to run this, which is a fork of Proton, the faces don't animate correctly on the profiles. I've seen what they look like animating fully. They are very nice when they are working the way they're supposed to. Once again, play this on a PS4, or buy it on Steam. It's on Steam. It's cheap. It goes on sale. You can get it there too. But yeah, PS4. If you have something that runs PS4 games, that's the better way to do this. Anyway, let's start the game. We don't even have to worry about picking out different weapons. This is all we have right now. Alright, stage 1. Now check this out, guys. Check out this remake. Right. Don't let the enemy come any closer. Oops, I don't know why it paused. That's weird. It might be my controller, honestly. Yeah! It's this fucking Super Nintendo cat. Why? I really hope it doesn't keep doing it. What the fuck? That's new. That has not happened. Okay, let's start the game again. I don't know what's going on here. Like, you played this a bunch the other day and it wasn't doing that thing where it kept pausing, was it? Of course, when I'm streaming is when everything starts going crazy, right? I think I know what happened there with the reset. I was playing the game and the pause menu showed up and the reset button got hit. Let's try this again. Oh, it's also facing me to the right randomly. What the fuck? Why is it doing this now? I need to make it clear. I tested this extensively before deciding to do this stream. I cannot think of a single reason it would be doing this now. Anyway, let's just try to enjoy the game. I'm gonna switch to a shotgun because that's actually gonna take this guy out really well. Yeah, those guys were just regular enemies in the original game. They treat them more like mini bosses here. Alright, here comes the boss. And just like in the original game, this weapon works great for taking this guy out. I don't know why it's randomly switching my button. I'm getting phantom inputs on this controller that I did not have previously playing this. I'm not kidding, seriously. Now that I'm streaming it is when I'm having all these issues. What on earth is going on? I am so confused right now, guys. Like, none of this should be happening. There we go. Alright, we beat the first stage. Not my best run of it. I can get S ranks pretty easily. Okay, we still got the S rank, though. That's good. And we got 2 sets of armor. Hopefully I can get the next set of armor on the next stage, because there is something you can do with those. Alright. On the next stage... alright, that's the other issue running with this particular version of Proton. Parts of the game are also not displaying correctly. Enemies' first attack has been quelled. The first charge brigade reported that Ganymede base is still surrounded by enemies on all sides. With fleet communications reestablished, we learned that it isn't just Jupiter that is under attack. Other planets in the solar system have been bombarded in a coordinated assault with devastating results. The second Guy's fleet is hurrying to form new support. Despite our best efforts, both the fleet and bases have sustained great damage from enemy forces. It's unlikely we'll be able to endure another full frontal attack as fierce as the last ones. This is our choice. Division HQ has ordered all forces to draw back from Jupiter space. Moves gravity surface at Ganymede base. All personnel in order to evacuate immediately. First charge brigade, moving civilians. Guide shuttle and support ships from base to many kilometers away. Protect civilians on board at all costs. Should any enemies block our path, they can be destroyed with an extreme force. So know how many people are left alive or an evacuation will succeed. No time, and X is good lord. Yeah. This is a problem with running this game like this. Again, run this on PS4. You'll be fine. That's my primary bit of advice here.
脱出の際味方艦隊から可能な限りの支援があるはずだ。
あと6時間以内に宇宙港に着
Okay,
かな
if
け
we
れ
don't
ば
reach spaceport
第
within
3
6
機動
hours,
艦
we
隊
can't
に
join
合
the
流でき
third
ません。
mobilized mechanized
そ
mobile
のためには
mechanized force.
この包囲網を突破しないと。
避けて移動することはできんということだな。
装備はこれだけしか残っていません。
俺は艦隊誘導用のビーコンを設置する。そのためにはなるべく秘密裏に行動する必要がある。派手な重装備は使わない方がいいだろう。
そんな少佐危険です。
我々の任務はシャトル降下地点までの突破口を開くことだ。輸送隊の護衛は任せたぞ。分かった。
Alright, so this part, you're gonna cringe when you hear this, but I promise it's not that bad. They turned this mission into an escort mission. It's not that bad. Also, so far from what I've seen, it's just the general who has a messed up face for some reason. I don't know what all's about that. Okay, let me decide what I'm bringing on this mission. Definitely bringing the shield and the backpack. No. Yeah, we'll go with the grenade launcher and the regular gun. That should work fine. The general specifically. There might be more stuff later, we'll find out, but again, this is just what I get for running it. I can't stress enough, this is the only game that's giving me any issues running on Linux. It's a minor miracle I have it running at all. Alright, stage 2, escape. So, you also have a radar up there in the corner of the screen. The radar is very important in this game. You're gonna want that, because you're gonna want to know if enemies are approaching. Like right here. That yellow one lets us know that we're having a, we're being approached by a, it lets us know we're being approached by an airborne enemy. Alright, we're about to have a mini boss. I need to watch out. That was close. Okay, connecting back up with the scouting and with the civilian transports. Did I lose a transport? No, I still have all 4 of them. Okay. We got another airborne. There we go.
後続の輸送隊も間もなく到着の予定です。待って、後方に高熱状態が
Huge heat signature approaching fast from the rear.
機動兵器です。
It's a massive assault suit.
エース隊至急迎撃に当たってください。
俺も合
I'll
流する
join you.
無理です。
Impossible.
あな
Your
たの
unit
機
is
体は
heavily
損傷
damaged.
が激しいわ。
大丈夫心配してもらうことじゃないさ
ダメだ
No, all heavily damaged units.
機体は交代せよ
So this is a brand new fight for this game. You did not fight one of these in the original. Well, I was trying to use my shield there. Alright, let's use what I brought this for. There's that random
早く
pausing.
乗れ収容が終わり次第離陸する
Alright. We got him. See? They might have turned it into a escort mission, but it wasn't. It's not that bad,
お
honestly.
疲れ様です。
It's actually one of the least intrusive escort missions I've ever seen in the game. And it's short.
なんとか
So,
生き延びた
good on you.
早くしろ置いていくぞ
Hey, got another S rank and that third armor set. That's what I wanted. Hey, your mom. Welcome in. Alright, next level. Well, the second mobile mechanized forces moved away from Jupiter with the survivors. Another blow was dealt. Earth was attacked, and the whole region fell under enemy control. Due to the surprise nature of the attack, the enemy managed to deploy ground troops in Central Asia from orbiting attack and erected several forward operations and central bases across the region. Earth forces continued to retreat to safety from areas overrun by the enemy. However, within 3 months passed since Earth's invasion, the front line has now been re-established, and we are well ahead in our plans for a counterattack. Hidden on the dark side of the moon, joined up with the remainder of Earth's battle fleet, we're dropping from orbit over enemy front in Southeast Asia. Drop squad has been discovered by enemy scouts on the edge of the atmosphere. We're under attack from all sides. At this rate, the drop shuttle will be brought down if we don't retaliate. Our rate of descent is too great. Okay, deploy this. Okay, yeah. This goes way too fast. Erected. Yeah, this goes way too fast for reading.
撤退から3ヶ月ついに反撃の時が来たこれより地球に降下し作戦行動に入る
12時の方向に艦影を発見。敵です。
And then Char sent instructions to the In-N-Out burger next to LQ. Hey, Wirebrain. You're the first person to make a proper Gundam reference. Thank you. Alright. Yeah, this is gonna limit us to only having 2 weapons, but 2 is all I need. And I'm doing this for a very specific reason. Because there's an infamous scene from the original Assault Suits Lanos. Although, it was removed from the English version. You probably should. Oh, Gundam's great. If you like the Assault Suits game, watch the original 1979 anime. I'm not even kidding. Alright. Oh, if my controller keeps screwing up, this is going to fucking ruin this stage.
タイムアウトすると収容できません。
No! Stop switching my weapon! No! Okay. I don't know why this is happening. Me and my brother played through the stage perfectly the other night. Like, we were having no issues with controller inputs whatsoever. No random pauses, thank you. What is going on? It's a regular Super Nintendo controller. It should not be having issues. And I need those chaff grenades. Stop switching to them. No, that's a problem. That is a serious problem. And I have enemies attacking the ship because I didn't get the chance to fight them off while I was over here. This is off to a great start on this stage.
Slap my nuts. With my nuts.
Yeah, seriously, I'm not happy with the fact that my controller keeps screwing up. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to unplug the controller and plug it back in. I can't think of anything else. I don't get it. Like, we should not be having any issues with this, because I've been using it just fine the past 3 days, but now that I'm streaming, that's when we start getting all these issues. Naturally. Nope, it's still doing it. This is the universe's way of telling me that I should be spending money that I don't have. I need those for later. It can't keep wasting them for me. This is a great game, and I can't show it off fully because my controller's being a bitch. Okay, you know what? No. Pause it. Pause it. This is bullshit. Work, you stupid piece of shit. It's a damn Super Nintendo pad. It should not be having phantom inputs. Nothing looks wrong with the adapter either. Or in the pocket or... Nah. We don't do that shit around here, Wirebrain. If you're asking me where you start Gundam, if you're asking me where you should start Gundam, Gundam 0079 TV series. You're a grown-ass man. Watch the 70s TV series. That is my firm, immovable opinion. And why would you watch War in the Pocket or 8th MS Team first? There's stuff in that you're not going to get unless you've watched the original anyway. Am I an elitist in that sense? Probably. Do I care that I'm an elitist? No. No, I don't. Grown-ass men watch the 70s anime. That's how it works. It's very specific, weird inputs, too. Like, hold on. Let me just explain what's going on here. So... we're getting random pushes at the start. We're getting random pushes on the start button. Randomly pushing to the left. And randomly swapping through my weapons. And it seems to mainly be happening when I'm holding a button down. None of this has happened so far. Damn thing's about to make me swap to my arcade stick, which is not a great way to play this game. And I'm not saying you can't introduce somebody to that, I'm just saying from my personal experience, and bear in mind, my first Gundam was not 0079 either. My first Gundam was Gundam 00 back when I was a teenager. And then I also saw 8th MS Team before I saw 009, or 0079. However, now that I've seen Gundam 79, I can't imagine telling somebody not to start there. The only reason the only reason somebody doesn't start there is because A, they hate old anime, which I don't consider a valid reason, or it's too damn long, which, okay, fine. If that's your complaint, okay. Alright? An affordable level. Commander Moneybags. Look, I have an archive page I can send y'all if you want to watch the original series. Just saying. And also Commander Moneybags. That's ironic. I don't have the money. You think I have the original series on... You think I have the original series? I watched that back when Crunchyroll wasn't a piece of shit. Prescriptions of Dugam Fang of the Sun, but it's kind of boring. I've never actually watched that. I'm curious how I'd like it. That was one of the series whose mechs were implemented into the original Robotech Model Kit series. Archive episodes didn't expect that. I know that, and I'm not saying you're invalid for considering your father that way. I'm saying that people asking my opinion on where to start with Gundam are going to get the answer of, watch the original show. I can't really think of another reason to start there, to do something else. Literally, I can't think of a single valid reason not to in this era. Okay, we're actually going to reset the stage because I got majorly screwed here. Talking about 2021 official. I get that. I'm just saying, you're asking me in 2026. Somebody asks me in 2026, where do I start with Gundam? I have my answer, and I'm not changing it. If you must watch it through official channels, it's on Crunchyroll. I don't like that it's on Crunchyroll. I kind of hate Crunchyroll, but it's there. The DVD releases are out there. You can get them. And if you're somebody like me who's okay with pirating things when you feel prices are unfair, it's out there too. That is all I'm saying. I don't see how this... Yeah. That's... It's not mean for that to turn into like an argument or anything, it's just... That's where I want people to start.
敵です。
大気圏突入まであと300秒。今準備できているのはこれだけです。
I think I feel strongly about this because I see so many people skip over the original Gundam and are all like, oh, watch, what's some of the stupid takes I've seen? Like, I'll see people say, oh, skip 0079, watch Unicorn, watch 0083, and it's like, I think that's a horrible way to start somebody on the series. Like I've seen takes like that, and especially, by the way, I want to say, Unicorn is not a good starting point for Gundam. Period. That one, literally, like it builds off of everything else in the UC. You're not going to understand what's going on, which is a common complaint I see regarding that show, is that nobody understands what the hell's going on. Because it relies on you not just having seen the original Gundam, but also its two sequels. Like, you're not going to get to see, you're not going to understand what's going on either way.
Good luck.
Let's try this again. The controls still might fight me, but I am going to try to get through the stage. I'm going to pay attention to the radar, because that's the main thing I gotta worry about.
タイムアウトすると収容できません。注意してください。
Nope, stop shifting me over to that weapon. Nope, stop doing that. We'll just pretend. We're gonna pretend I'm just piloting like a janky suit that's like in disrepair. Okay, that's how we're gonna do this. We're piloting at a disadvantage. Major disadvantage. Seriously. Why is it during the stream that this is happening? I don't get it. On the other hand, I will say the audio lag I was expecting running this through my computer, it's actually not even noticeable. So that's good. Between Millennia and Final State. Nice! Fucking... Good lord. Where is it? There it is. I wish I knew why it was doing that. Like, that's what's bothering me here. Like, I can't think of why it would be doing this either. Because it wasn't the past couple of days, and now it is. And it feels like the more I fight it, the worse it gets. Good lord. is making me waste those things I need for the ship coming up here. Alright, I'm out of them.
大気圏突入まであと60秒。前期帰還してください。
エース3、作戦範囲を超えています。できるだけバー室に接近してください。
いや、まだだ。こいつらを落とす。
タイムアウトすると収容できません。帰還してください。
Alright, we took out the actual ship.
A3
バーギアに派手な一発を食らっちまった。くそ、バーギアの出力が上がらない。
今行く。おとなしく待ってろ、ゾウザリー。
No, I don't think it's a controller connection issue, but it's weird because it literally wasn't doing this. Losing that. Wait, my men are still out there. We can't. If we wait any longer, the ship will be destroyed. Now you're gonna find out why I only took 2 weapons with me. Relax. This assault suit unit is equipped with multiple layers of armor. If I maximize the output of all my defensive fields, I can endure high atmospheric temperatures for a short time. That's too dangerous. If you make a mistake, you'll explode. I'll burn up in the atmosphere. I don't try. Gotta give it a shot. If it works, get back here after. Alright, I'll dock once we reach the safe zone. Don't die on it. My suit's gonna burn up. Okay, now here's why you here's why you do this. In the original game, the Japanese version anyway, there was no way to save this guy, to my knowledge. He was going to die, no matter what. In the remake, though, and they don't tell you to do this, by the way, this is something people figured out afterwards when the game came out. But yeah, if you come in here equipped with 3 suits of armor, you can actually save him. The itching, the burning. There we go. Retrieve those 2. Hurry. And it does actually impact the story of the game a little bit. So that's another reason to play this if you like the original game. If you like Target Earth, this adds some stuff to it. Frankly, I'll be honest. I like Target Earth a lot. I really enjoy playing it. It's fun. It's not as good as its follow-ups. It's kind of some stumbling first steps. It's kind of amazing to me how they went from a game that was decent with Target Earth to fucking perfection with Cybernator. The second game, Assault Suits Valken, they really fucking, like, just went all in on that. It's perfection. The only way it was outdone was when they made a follow-up to it on the Super Nintendo, and they had a full-blown RPG story and RPG elements, buying new weapons and mechs, and they called it Front Mission Gun Hazard. Only way you could improve on Valken at that point was doing that. And it works great. And this game, in my opinion, this remake, takes the original Lanos and remakes it up to the level of what Valken brought to it. Not as good as Valken. I still think Valken's a better game. But this brings it to a level comparable to that, where it stands alongside it now, instead of just being kind of the overshadowed older brother now, you know? it actually stands up alongside Valken as an entry in the Assault Suit series. It doesn't replace the original by any means. I'm not claiming that, but it does give a really fun way to play the game that brings it up to the same level and style as the original. I think that alone makes it worth playing, plus all the extra stuff they've added to it. And a really kick-ass remix of all the soundtrack. Alright, let's go to stage 4. This is my favorite stage in the game, by the way, both in the original and in this version. So we're up high in the atmosphere above Southeast Asia. We've suffered losses. Nearly half of our forces were destroyed. But the mission to retake the region cannot be stopped now. Okay, Phase 1. The Vanguard, led by the AS, will make an assault landing, wiping out the anti-air defenses and securing a landing zone for the shuttle. Phase 2. The shuttle will land in the shared main forces disembark. AS squad, search for way. Okay, Phase 3. Engineer corps will blow up any weakness found by the Vanguard, allowing them to move forward in the base. Phase 4. After joining up with the ground forces, relieve them. The ground forces will then take over, and the fleet will just withdraw. Be careful. It looks like hell down there. Alright. They've extended this stage a lot. Alright.
出撃準備をしてください。
アサルト卒祭降下準備。
地上へ降下後、敵基地を目指してください。降下中の対空砲は無視して構いません。
この争い。
This war, I have to end it fast because of Ali. Hey, I'm still alive. Don't get ahead of yourself. You can't tell the future, right? The entire market bottoms out from the movies. Good lord. That sucks. Alright. So, what am I going to take with me on this mission? Gotta take the backpack and the shield. Okay, I shall stick to them. Okay. I want a grenade launcher. The bazooka. And we'll take an extra bit of armor just in case. I don't even know what those were so dumb. Alright. Come back home alive, please. Aw. Alright, frontline assault. Here we go. Alright. So first of all, this little shmup section, this wasn't in the original game. Nor were those Veritech enemies. Like, those are just straight up Guardian mode Valkyries, right? They're walks. Alright, we're dropping down. So crap? Of course it was. Mecha Vietnam. Tropes all this time.
ダメです。少佐たちは機動兵器と交戦中です。
There we go.
艦長、アサルトスーツの格納庫が被弾しました。
くそ。AS 隊はまだなのか。
はい、まだ機動兵器の追撃を受けているようです。
バーシスより AS 各機へ対空砲の全滅を確認しました。作戦をフェーズ3に移行します。
There we go. There is what? Oh yeah, that water glitch that happened on my computer too with the weird green water. I don't think that happens in the PS4 version. I gotta be real with you guys. The Steam version of this game was not optimized. So Charlie Officer pods to me, Sans gun arms. Like Mountain Dew. Yeah, I don't know. I like seeing all the mecha references. Like not only that, we also have these sorts of suits right here, which are clear references to the power loader from Aliens. These guys, the guys who made this game, even the original version, because those are from the original, but they are mecha connoisseurs. They are men after my own heart. Alright, going inside. Going into the base.
敵がどこにもいない。
妙だな。本当にここが戦略拠点なのか。防衛システムばかりじゃないか。
そうですね。周囲に動く熱源は確認できません。
とにかくもう少し探索してみよう。戦略拠点にしては敵が少なすぎる。こちら AS リーダー、主なコントロールルームは破壊した。
了解。敵の奇襲に気をつけてください。AS2、あとはあなただけよ。
了解。こちらも2層目の核兵器まで侵入。それらしい障害は見当たらない。
どうかしましたか？
Man, if we beat this tonight, I might actually go and play the original game for a bit too.
こちらでも捉えました。
Although I'll have to do it on an emulator and not, well, be on an emulator on the Wii anyway. What can my new Lappy do? Still figuring out all of what it does, but it runs most games very well. This is actually one of the only games I've had any issues with. I actually had to go and install a custom version of Proton to make it work, because, yeah, like I said I was going to do, I installed Linux on this thing. But in general, this thing just has more juice. I'm still outfitting it with everything I want right now. But I will say, it runs video games way better than the old one ever did. Like for all the problems we've been having with this game tonight, have you noticed any slowdown whatsoever? Because I actually streamed this game on my old laptop a couple of years back. I don't know how I played through the whole game like that, because I was playing the whole thing basically in slow motion. But yeah, I got this laptop for a couple different reasons. One of which is just the fact that my old laptop is 2012. It's a friggin' potato. 2 cores. It just doesn't do much. And it's been getting slower and slower the whole time. And we had a scare we had a scare last year where my hard drive died, so that was fun. I did manage to get a solid state drive, and that worked out great. Somebody please respond. What's going on here? That in charge of 32nd Special Forces. The enemy overloaded the reactor and went for the general. That's the trap. I need to watch out for that. See? I just lost my armor from that.
あなたの真下にあります。危険です。撤退してください。
You say I appreciate it, honestly, man. I do have a job lined up for May. It's nothing big. It's watching somebody's house and their animals again. But hey, it'll pay me something, and that'll help. We've been working more on the ID issues, and we are actually getting somewhere with that, thankfully. Still going to take a little bit more time. But I think I'm happy for everybody who's helped me out over the years. Like, believe me, this is not the way I want to live my life. It's just the way my life is. But I think a lot of people can say that about their state of living right now, you know? World's kind of a crap sack currently. Could be crap sackier though, so I'm not going to complain too much. I gotta remember, I am operating without a safety net here because I did it stupid and fell into a trap. Far longer than had any reason to. Shame on your local state. Yeah, seriously. We'll figure that out. Hopefully by the end of the year or something will have really changed for real. There it is. But at the very least, I have something lined up to make me some money in the meantime. Alright. I don't remember how you fight this thing. Oh, hey. That was a cheap shot. I actually don't remember how to fight this thing compared to the previous run. The previous game, I don't remember how you fight this thing. I fought him in the remake, but... Okay, using my shield is working, I guess. Yeah, you don't get a shield like this in the original game. The shield in the original game is, I don't even know how you're supposed to use it, frankly. It's just automatically equipped, and I guess it blocks some attacks, but not more.
臨界点突破までおよそ60秒。いつ爆発してもおかしくありません。
Whoa, what? I don't even know what killed me there. I didn't see the lasers. Alright. I don't know. Oh, wow, okay, those are generous checkpoints. No S rank for me on this one, though.
「臨界点突破までおよそ60秒。いつ爆発してもおかしくありません。
Yeah, I see the lasers now.
臨界点突破までおよそ30秒。前期撤退してください。
I think we did it. Whew, they went after me with the laser. Yeah, how's that for a change? Whew, okay, yeah. Only an A. Hey, we got the Mega Grenade Launcher at least. That's something. Defend the wall and drive the enemy back. Enemy front base line has been captured. After a fierce battle, we've retreated briefly to our rear base of operations to regroup our remaining forces from the surrounding regions. In this base, we have everything we need to help our fight. There are docks for large spacecraft, a hangar filled with supplies, and state-of-the-art mobile warships are being constructed. Positioned far from the front line, the base is also being used to study new techniques and skills useful in combat. New weapons and AS units are being created for use by the AS security forces across the globe. Most importantly, though, we have developed a brand new communication system based on enemy technology. Thanks to this, we are now capable of intercepting not all, but at least part of the enemy's communications. Hope this helps us find a way to resist this invader from the deep reaches of space. We have an immediate problem. The siren alerting of enemy attack has sounded, and the threat is at our gates. Their goal can only be the destruction of the mobile warships built here. There's no time to think. You have to defend our warship, the Royak, and take the fight directly to the enemy before it's too late. Alright.
そろそろ時間ね。
Almost
パ
read
ト
all
ロー
of
ル
that.
交代よ。
Time to change the watch.
残念ね。リーナ総長は
Too bad
街
Master
に行ってい
Sergeant
るわ
Nina。isn't around, though.
少佐も今日は非番で
Yeah,
残
Shane the
念でし
Major's
た
off
ね
duty today, too.
なんで私が残念なの
Hey,
よ。
why am I not good enough then?
ショイ通信システム
Inside,
が
our
新型になり
communications
ま
has
し
been
た
upgraded.
うまくすれば敵の通信も聞けるそうです。
あの機動戦艦が完成したら敵の総司令部を強襲するの。しっかり警備しなさい。
By the way, this overlay took me some time to make because it wasn't just as simple as taking the screenshot and cutting out the blank part in the middle. I went to some extra measures here. All the lights flashing on screen right now. Those did not originally flash. I did that myself. There's actual palette cycling going on there. Because in the original game this is pulled from, which, hey, if you recognize what game this is, I see you. But in the original game it's from, it was a static image. There was no light. And I also didn't just, I didn't just, like, make the middle part hollow either. I actually went in and erased things pixel by pixel. What are you playing? It's also, like, I realized very quickly that little stretch down there was perfect for putting the commands in, which I'm happy with that. And then you have the little compass spot there repurposed where the commercials are playing. I think it's a very nice little setup here. And then, of course, you have the window over here. When I had this all done and said, I had this window over here that was just a blank spot, and I had no idea what to do with it. And then eventually I had a fun idea, and I just put a bunch of characters that, you know, it's me and my mascots and Lise. And I just put us up there. A little scrolling space background there, and I think it all worked together. I think it came together fairly cohesively. Anyway, let's figure out what we're taking into this battle. Vernier, shield, gun. I'm actually not going to take an armor set this time. I'll take the mega grenades. And I'll take 2 sets of bazookas. There we go. Signature confirmed on radar, ocean side. Point A1, be careful. Point A1, ending is confirmed. This one's holding something. Oh, there are bombs in this one. Contact the major. All squads on defense. Prepare for combat. They got explosives. Didn't make it. Stage 5, surprise attack. Alright, let's do this again. Separated by 3 bulkheads, if the enemy breaks through them, create the royal Moving to intercept. Okay, we got an airborne enemy coming in. They're not fighting back, and they're just jumping directly into my fist. That makes things easier for me. Stop hitting yourself. I'm gonna start swinging my arms. If you get hit, it's your own fault. I don't think your leapfrog strategy is working.
A3 ポイント突破されました。敵侵入。A2 ポイントの防衛に集中してください。第2シャッターを損失。A2 ポイントが突破されました。
We're in the shit now.
もう後がありません。A1 ポイントを死守してください。敵がロイヤク建造エリアに侵入。繰り返します。敵がロイヤク建造エリアに侵入。
I am not changing my weapon for some reason. I cannot change my weapon. What the hell is that? I got nothing. I don't know what was going on there.
ドックエリアは3枚の隔壁で区切られていますが、
I'm gonna move to
ここ
intercept
を突
them
破さ
right
れる
away,
と
actually.
ロイヤク建造エリアに侵入されてしまいます。敵をドックに近づけないようシャッターを防衛してください。
Damn it. There we go.
A3 ポイント突破されました。
敵侵入 A2 ポイントの防衛に集中してください。
正体はどこか撤退せよ。
This is a shit show so far.
なんだ敵の通信か。
何？通信が割り込めるのか。貴様か。貴様がいつも私の邪魔をするアサルトスーツのパイロットか。
誰だお前は。
私か。私はランス・カルザス。第46機動コマンドの指揮
Fun
官だ。
fact, this guy also shows up in the Land Grabber
これまでのようにはいかんぞ。
series. The fantasy strategy RPGs. By, Oh, whoa, why did you transport me all the way over here? I was not expecting to suddenly be warped away from my primary objective. Thanks.
大佐、防御フィールドの出力が低下しています。危険です。
この勝負預ける。アルセリア、撤退だ。
了解。
Alright, did we do it? Yeah, okay, that did it. Not the cleanest victory. Well, we still got Ness somehow. Langrisser is an assault suits game? No, Langrisser just shares a character. Same studio. They decided to have a little bit of crossover between their series. But yeah, Lance does show up in Langrisser. It's just a fun little wink and nod, you know. Nothing crazy. Alright. Well, we're still making it despite our junky controller, so let's keep going. We also just got the laser. Okay, we're going to infiltrate the enemy base and capture the nerve center. The mobile suit Royak's been completed, AS has been deployed, incorporated with Royak Landing Force. Target is our enemy central base. The current tide of the battle is against Earth's forces. Many regions suffered attacks, and aside from fuel legacy, the planet almost lost. Turn the battle on our tide is fragment the enemy reinforcements. If this strategy is successful, we can be certain that the enemy will mount a counteroffensive. Even though our forces are a hindrance to the systematic movements of the enemy ground forces, it is unlikely they will stop until they are victorious. Therefore, we've combined all of Earth's remaining forces for this one final counterattack. If we lose, there is no tomorrow for us. Failure is not an option. The fate of Earth rests on this single attack.
これより機動戦艦ロイヤックは敵司令部を攻撃する。
サッキングなんてことがもってのほかです。
Exactly.
奴らを地球から追い出すの
Drive
だ。
those bastards back into space.
ロイヤックでギリギリまで接近しますが、敵の対空砲火は強力です。十分注意してください。
アサルトスーツ隊降下準備。イヤーズロックに進行し、内部から基地を破壊せよ。
Alright, what should I take for this mission? Gun, shield booster. Alright. Let's the piercing laser. Remember what happens in this mission. We have 2 of these, so that's nice. Yeah, we'll take the laser here, see how that works. Take the mega grenade launcher. And I'll take a shotgun. Okay.
必ず生きて帰ってくると約束してください。お願いです。
時間だ。野郎ども、行くぞ。
Alright, stage 6, headquarters blitz. Okay. This was the stage we were stuck on for a while in the original game. And the laser ain't doing much against this. Airship has been destroyed.
よし、前期3回。侵入口を見つけ次第、突入しろ。
侵入口は見つかったか？
まだです。しかし山上に敵核の庫のハッチがあるようです。レーダーで確認できます。
了解。まだまだ遠いな。 そこのアサルトどけ。いいか、この作戦絶対成功させろよ。
前期これ。
邪魔をするな。
I'm working around the malfunctions. Still, though, this would be so much better if the game was fully optimal. Oh! Hey, there you go. That's not something that was in the original game. That is a, Lanos enemy. Well, not Lanos. That's a Vulcan enemy. That's pretty fun. Whoa! Okay, they're not done yet. They're throwing out Danmaku curtains. Unfortunately for them, I have a shield. You've got to be fucking kidding me. I forgot all about that. Go time, boy. She'll go brrr. No bullet hell for you today. So I also want to point out, guys, maybe it was a budget thing, let's be real. But part of me likes to think that they made a remake for Target Earth because they felt like it was very useful.
Freshly minted adults. We need to take a break and try the other
Told you guys, they do not care. Anyway. Yeah, so they did a remake of Freshly Minted Adult, him. He's 18. He's stopped playing his game for a bit and go do his chores. Look at that. So before I... So glad to see you. Where are we?
クローンシステムさ。見ての通りだ。
System. Okay. Well, these guys are yammering on. Yeah, so they remade Target Earth, which I already noted was kind of a... It's a little bit of a rough game. However, you'll notice they did not remake Vulcan, and they did not remake... they did not remake Lanos 2. No, Vulcan and Lanos 2 just straight up got ported.
そうだ。我々は外宇宙探査隊の生き残りだ。
And that's because, quite frankly, those games don't need a
人類の期待を一身に受け、宇宙に旅立ったのだ。しかし、ある日突然、一方的に通信が打ち切られた。地球は我々を裏切った。我々を見捨てたのだ。
待て、違う。それは違うんだ。地球では世界規模の戦争が起きて、破滅の淵まで行ってしまったんだ。決してお前たちを見捨てたわけじゃ。
戦争だと。ならばなおさらのこと。 これ以上お前たちに地球は任せられん。我々がこの手で争いのない世界を作り上げてみせる。
Alright. And thus begins our next battle. Sometimes I need to pull out the lasers, right? Oh, the laser thing actually reloads. I don't remember doing that in the original. What's wrong? You can't seem to hit me. That is significantly easier than the original game. Oh, what? Ah! Damn it.
I'll win! There is no way I can lose!
I couldn't even tell that I was doing damage to him that time. That was the thing. There we go. The turtling strategy worked.
A2 より A3 リーダーへ。クローンエリアを制圧した。繰り返す。クローンエリアを制圧した。
Rank B. Yeah, that's fair. Space Colony Smash. We're getting closer to the end of the game. Alright. After losing their largest base on Earth, the enemy has begun to fall like dominoes against the ongoing counterattacks that embolden their forces. Some stubborn pockets of resistance remain, but taking back Earth is just a matter of time. We've returned to space for the first time in a while, and rejoined the remainder of Earth's fleet. However, secure routes have been raided by an enemy destroyer, threatening our supply lines and severely hindering our movements. We tracked down and attacked the destroyer, but it managed to escape to an abandoned colony on the outer rim. It appears that the colony is an enemy supply base. If we can capture it, we should be able to significantly restrict the movements of the enemy. Fighting inside the colony is a task for the AS squad. You must attack immediately.
敵は占領したコロニーを戦艦の補給基地にしているようだ。そこで我々はコロニーを奪還し、補給路もろとも敵を叩く。
侵入経路は追尾後方装置に入力してありますが、細かい機雷は目視で避けてください。
久々の宇宙船だ。エース隊、前期出撃準備にかかれ。
Let's see here. We'll be going inside the colony, so I will take the pack and the shield. I'll take this to replace my regular gun. Mega grenade launcher, sure. Bazooka. Yeah, we'll take 2 bazookas. Okay. Let's go. Don't do anything stupid. Alright, stage 7, Space Colony Smash. Funny enough, once we get inside the Space Colony, this will probably feel a lot more like the first level of Valken. Let's go. Unless the game freezes. Yep, that is a freeze. Okay, hold on. We'll fix this up right away. Let me see here. I'm impressed we got that far before it crashed. Hold on. And while I do this, I'll also swap the Proton version I'm using. Because, you do get... There are some different things. So let me try swapping real quick. Hold on, I told it to stop. Why is it still there? There we go. Properties, okay. Oh, we were playing with 7. Let me swap it back to GE, which is the recommended way to play it, but not guaranteed. Alright, and let's start this up again. We're only 2 stages away from the end, so I see no problem with continuing our game. See? It loaded. What the hell? Okay, now my... What the fuck? Now my, directional inputs. Look at this. They instantly reset the game. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say to that. What the hell just happened? This game does not want to be streamed. Can you guys tell? It's like the game is actively denying itself from being streamed. I swear. What is going on? What? It doesn't matter what I press. Any direction resets the game now. Okay, disable Steam input. Re-enable. I'm gonna unplug and replug in the controller as well. What the fuck? I mean, you know, I was prepared for crashes. I was not prepared for the game to just stop taking my inputs. It's still doing... What?
That's fucking bullshit!
What the hell changed? Oh my gosh, you know what? It used to do this on my other computer too. It would just suddenly decide that every controller... This is, by the way, is why I recommend playing it on a PS4. Is because of this bullshit, trying to get the controller to work with. I don't even know. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Anything I press just automatically... What is going on? Alright. I didn't want to do it this way. Let's try the backup. It's literally just this game, by the way. It would be easy to blame it on my computer, right? Right? It would be easy to blame it on my computer. No, it's not my computer. It is the game itself. This specific game has so many problems. On the Steam version specifically. Alright, just plugged in my arcade stick. Let's try it now. It'll be very easy to test this one. I just have to push any button on the screen when it loads in. Alright. It's not resetting randomly on any button press. It's also not picking up any button press on my arcade stick. I don't understand what's happening. Yep, it should be working. The game's just decided to stop reading my inputs. That's all it's done. Sunglasses on? Don't know what that means. No, I didn't mean to click that. There we go. Hold on. Let's see if I can... All right, we're playing it with this.
敵は占領した頃に戦艦の補給基地にそこ
This is gonna be I have to readjust using controls the arcade stick now for this. All right, hold on. Shotgun, grenade launcher, bazooka. All right, let's start the stage. Space Colony Smash. All right, we're back on. I'm just playing with a different controller that I'm gonna have to readjust to.
目標はコロニー内で補給中の戦艦だ。嫌いにぶつかるなよ。
Ah! The mines are one-hit kills. Good to know. Good to know.
We'd like to take a moment to announce that...
Yeah, that is basically what happened. Oh, boy. All right. Damn it! Can I blow those up with my gun? Hold on. No, I can't.
こちら AS2 入り口はどこだ？
その付近には侵入口がありません。コロニー上部から回り道をしてください。
分かった。こちら AF2 コロニーに取り付いた。
AS2 はポイント14ポイント22を通過してコロニー上部から侵入口を探してください。
ああ、そのつもりだ。こちら AS2 コロニー上部に到達。
了解。あとはあなただけよ。
早く来い。コロニーの侵入口はまだまだ先だぞ。
敵の迎撃システムに気をつけてください。
コロニーのハッチを破壊した。
突入するぞ。重力に気をつけろ。
This would be why I brought the backpack. We needed those verniers.
敵の通信を傍受しました。戦闘艦出港の秒読みが開始された模様です。
何？もう補給が終わったのか？
いえ、まだです。エネルギーユニットの交換が終わり次第出。
分かった。そいつはこっちに任せてくれ。
Hey, look at that! They just turned this whole level into a homage to Valken. It's been long enough since I played it that I forgot.
.戦闘艦はこの奥か。
そうです。急いで。
エネルギーユニットを発見した。
That is just straight up the first boss of
急いで。
Yeah, it's just straight up the boss, the first boss of Valken. There we go. This game's full of like fan service for fans of the whole Assault Suit series. Alright, here we go.
敵の戦艦だ。逃すな。撃破しろ。
Yeah, trying to control that with my joystick is not easy. Okay. Here we go again. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hey, Zatara. Trying to finish up the Assault Suits Lanos remake. Had some controller trouble earlier, where suddenly all of my button inputs were just resetting the game. So I had to switch over to using my arcade stick, which is not the optimal way to play this game. But it is what it is. Alright. The final conflict. There we go, we made it. A huge enemy presence has been detected approaching our position by military command. It is the biggest force we have faced so far.
And I'm not normal!
The enemy has lost many bases and been cornered in this region of space. From what we understand, they have gathered the reins of the forces and dug into Lagrange 4. It seems they're waiting for the arrival of reinforcements. Without doubt, we need to destroy the enemy before the reinforcements arrive. However, in our current state, Earth's military does not have proper forces with which to engage the enemy, therefore a precision attack is required, one that will strike at the heart of the enemy's central command, hopefully causing them to become vulnerable. Certainly this is a suicide mission from which there's almost no hope of return, but if you don't undertake it, everything could be lost. This is the final battle. Little Screen Bear with me too. Yeah, it's the Steam version. The Steam version is just not optimized, and I'm running this on Linux, so that's doubling the issues. Genuinely, if you have a PS4 or 5, that's probably the best way to play this. Alright, let's do this. Alright, what shall I use? Obviously we're taking the laser. Taking my shield. My backpack. Taking... Hold on. Take the high-grade gun. Shotgun. Sure. I'll take the missile pods too, why not?
必ず帰ってくるのよ。リーナ総長はいつもあなたが帰ってくるまでハンガーで待っているんだから。ずっとね。
Alright.
必ず帰ってくるよ。必ず。
これが最後だ。行くぞ、アサルトス隊、前期発進。
The final conflict. Let's go.
Loyakより AS 各機へ。エリア A1 に敵の大型艦が複数接近中。艦載機を多数確認。至急迎撃願います。
聞いた通りだ。エースは前期、すべての大型艦に攻撃を集中しろ。これ以上敵艦の近づくな。
Yeah, there we go. That's hidden. That's hidden. There we go. Ah, we're getting a fair bit of slowdown on that one. I wonder if it's like that on the PS4. This game is just not optimized, okay?
前方エリアに敵の増援を確認。大型の機動兵器も出ています。エース2、迎撃に向かってください。
ダメだ。こっちはさっきの大型艦と交戦中だ。
機動兵器は俺がやる。お前は戦闘艦をこれ以上進ませるな。
了解。
Meant to pull out my shield.
There we go. Enemy
warship destroyed.
こちらでも確認しました。後続の戦闘艦は動きが早いわ。注意して。
Damn it. Alright, here we go again.
ロイヤックより緊急連絡。前方エリアに敵の増援を確認。大型の機動兵器も出ています。エース2、迎撃に向かってください。
ダメだ。こっちはさっきの大型艦と交戦中だ。
機動兵器は俺がやる。お前は戦闘艦をこれ以上進ませるな。
了解。
Gotta love a good old space battle. Need the shotgun. Or I could just get blown up by a stray bullet because I couldn't choose my shotgun fast enough. I'm telling you guys, an arcade stick is just not intuitive for this at all.
ロイヤックより緊急連絡。前方エリアに敵の増援を確認。大型の機動兵器も出ています。エース2、迎撃に向かってください。
ダメだ。こっちはさっきの大型艦と交戦中だ。
機動兵器は俺がやる。お前は戦闘艦をこれ以上進ませるな。
了解。
Fuck! We were annihilating these guys beforehand.
ロイヤックより緊急連絡。前方エリアに敵の増援を確認。大型の機動兵器も出ています。エース2、迎撃に向かってください。
ダメだ。こっちはさっきの大型艦と交戦中だ。
機動兵器は俺がやる。お前は戦闘艦をこれ以上進ませるな。
了解。
こちらシャトル、攻撃を受けている。援護を頼む。
敵大型艦が D ラインを突破。至急迎撃願います。
エース2よりロイヤックへ。敵の大型艦を破壊した。
こちらでも確認しました。後続の戦闘艦は動きが早いわ。注意して。
エース2よりロイヤックへ。敵の大型艦を破壊した。
了解。エース2は直ちに少佐の援護に回ってください。あなたは大佐のもと。
誰だ？
Only get there. Okay. Who is it? Wait.
少佐
Major,
応答して
please
くださ
respond,
い
Major.
少佐
This one's strong.
手こい。
少佐どうしました
What's wrong, Major?
どうやら
They mean
敵
Major.
の指揮官機ら
It's
しい。
time to repay that debt.
いつかの借りきっちり返してやるぞ。
無茶しないで
Don't be
AS2
reckless.
が援護に
AS02
向か
is
ってい
on
ま
the
す
way. Captain,
必ず
I must end this war.
必ず
I
こ
don't
の
want to
戦
see
争
anyone
を
else die.
これ以上人が死ぬのを見たくない。頼んだぞ。
Now it's up to you.
また会えたな。
ナース生きていたのか。
He survived.
貴様を倒すためなら、たとえ機械の体になってでも地獄の底から蘇ってみせる。
よくも隊長。
何を言う。貴様とて多くの我々の仲間を殺したのではないか。
貴様。
Oh! Nope, that was not a good plan. Also, there's a graphical glitch there in the background. Let's keep going. If any luck, we'll be able to do this. Somebody should be playing Beyond the Time in the background for this battle. There we go.
ランス大佐下がって。
なんだ。
なんだ。
あれ、セリア。
地球は変わっていくのね。大佐、私たちの平和な地球
Gee, I wonder what this is a reference to.
待て。
I wonder what that was not in the original game, by the way. That was a brand new edition, and gee, I wonder what they were referencing there.
レーザー攻撃を全く寄せつけません。
これより本艦は敵中枢機関に突撃する。敵艦内への侵入口を開けるにはこれしか方法はない。目標敵機関総員衝撃に備えよ。
That was the wrong button. Nope. All right.
ここから先は我が命に変えてでも通すわけにはいかん。
ハンス、
今度こそ勝負をつけてやる。行くぞ。
What? I'm sorry, what just happened?
ここから先は我が命にと。
Okay then.
ここから先。
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Oh. 負けるわけにはいかんのだ。
やめろ。もう勝負はついている。
よくここまでたどり着いたな。しかもあのランスを倒すとは。
お前が司令官か。降伏しろ。この戦いお前たちの負けだ。
降伏か。よく聞け。我々は地球に見捨てられた者たちだ。自分たち ちの力だけで過酷な宇宙の中を生き抜いてきたのだよ。仲間の多くの死にかろうじて生き延びた者たちも厳しい環境に耐えるためサイバー手術を受けざるを得なかった。
Getting some deep lore here.
検証した作業員はクローン技術を使って補い、いつの日か地球が復旧し救助の手が差し伸べられることを信じていたのだ。しかし地球との通信が再開された時、司令部の連中はこう言った。地球からの支援は一切行われない。そのまま自力で生き延びろと分かっているのか。地球は我々を切り捨て見殺しにしたのだよ。我々は復讐を誓った。故にこの戦い、死んでいった者たちのためにも絶対に負けるわけにはいかぬ。
Damn it! Oh man. Well, that sucked. Oh, ow. Ow. Yeah, you fucking try quick swapping on this thing. I have to use all 8 buttons just to be on top of things. Damn it! Oh my god! Okay, seriously, almost immediately. I can do this. It'd be way easier with a proper controller, but I can do this. No.
Hey.
He's not in here.
Where did he go?
I don't know.
Bro got wrecked.
Damn it. No! Damn it! Really? Damn it. I cannot dodge this stuff on this controller. Really? Come on, I can do this. Move! Damn it! What? I'm doing my best right now with this controller, but it is... I can already tell immediately how this would be so much easier on my actual controller. If I was using a real controller, I would be able to dodge and aim so much easier. Move! The colony's laser engine is on full charge. It will destroy her in all charges.
地球を吹き飛ばしてくれるわ。
地球を吹き飛ばす
Destroy Earth? You don't mean
どういうことだ
for our friends who died. You should suffer in hell.
地獄でを浴びるがよい。
やったぜ
We did it. That took a while.
時間がかかっちまっ
I'm
て
sorry.
悪かったなけどおかげで地球が奴らにしていたことが明らかになった軍の上層部はこの事実をもみ消して俺たちを戦争にけしかけていたんだこの奥にコロニーレーザーの発射装置を見つけたこのまま地球のお偉方何千が奴らと一緒に地獄に落ちてもらいたい気分だがさすがにコロニーレーザーだと無関係な人間まで巻き添えになっちまうからなあとは頼んだぜ隊長さん ゾウザリしっかりしてるんだ。ゾウザリ人類の歴史は
The history of man is a history of war.
なぜ
Why?
人類
Why
は
must man continue to
争いを
fight
続
like
けるんだ。
this?
一体
Why do we
いつ
do
ま
it?
で戦い続けなければ
How
なら
much
ないん
longer
だ。
must we continue fighting? Rank C. Yeah, I'm not even surprised. Good lord, that fight was insane.
こちら AS2 ロイヤク応答してくれ。
こちらロイヤク電波状態が悪い。
We
聞こ
got
えて
one
い
more
ます。
battle.
他のみんなは
現在少女の救助中です。班長が重傷です。今もジャック副長が軍の指揮を執っています。
君は大丈夫なのか。
こちらはなんとかしのいでいます。いけない、必ず帰ってきてください。
ロイヤク応答してくれ。ロイヤク。いいな。熱源反応後方からか。
まだ館内をうろちょろしてやがったのか。目障りだ。
こんな時にコロニーレーザーを地球に向けて発射するとは。貴様民間人まで巻き添えにするつもりか。
民間人を守る気はない。まして貴様に手を貸すつもりもない。だが我々は必ず地球に帰る。美しい地球は
No, he's helping us.
我々の手で取り戻す。ここで地球を失うわけにはいかんのだ。そのために貴様を利用するだけだ。
なんだと。
Fuck. Ugh.
こちら AS2 ロイヤク応答してくれ。
こちらロイヤク電波状態が悪い。聞こえています。
他のみんな
I
は
gotta sit through this again.
現在少女の救助中です。班長が重傷です。今もジャック副長が軍の指揮を執っています。
君は大丈夫なのか。
こちらはなんとかしのいでいます。いけない、必ず帰ってきてください。
ロイヤク応答してくれ。ロイヤク。いいな。熱源反応後方からか。
まだ館内をうろちょろしてやがったのか。民間人を守る気はない。まして貴様に手を貸すつもりもない。だが我々は必ず地球に帰る。美しい地球は我々の手で取り戻す。ここで地球を失うわけにはいかんのだ。そのために貴様を利用するだけだ。なんだと。あとは俺が片付ける。貴様は先に行け。そして必ずレーザーの発射を止めろ。地球を思う気持ちは貴様らより戦争を起こした地球人よりもだからこそ貴様たちごときになんせ
With an almighty explosion, the colony's laser's radiation system erupted and fell on the ground, taking Lance with it. The damage to her suit was so severe, but escape was still possible. Eventually, he managed to return to the Royak. However, the Royak also sustained heavy damage during the assault, and more than half the crew was dead, including the captain. The Royak was done for and in no condition to continue fighting. On the other hand, with the loss of their flagship Lucifer and all the TIE command, the enemy was all but finished. As a result, they had no option but to gather the remaining forces and retreat to the edge of the system, past Pluto. Orders arrived immediately from Earth, maintain pursuit and wipe out the remaining forces before they could retreat. However, Captain Chuck Johnston, the acting captain of the Royak, ignored this order and made the decision to retreat. The hull is severely damaged and have decided that we cannot continue to fight. We will make saving the wounded a priority and return home immediately. Bastard, you're defying orders! I repeat, we cannot continue to fight. We will return to Earth. The Royak then pursued the surviving explorers to take flight through space. What happened to them is unknown. Earth's leader said the Earth was victorious in this attack by aliens. However, they may return at any time. For that purpose, we must repair our defenses. No details were released concerning the real identity of the attackers. It's as if they never existed. And so, the curtain closed on the tragic revenge tale of Earth's first space explorers. Earth's governments are bastards. As always, that's the moral of the story in these mech war stories, ain't it? Alright, there we go! We beat Assault Suits Lanos, the remake. We had some difficulties, mostly relating to controller issues. It's not my computer, to be very clear. This computer is fantastic. It really is the game. Assault Suits Lanos on Steam is just not well optimized. It's unfortunate, but that is how it is. I wish it were different, man. I really do. That said, if you have a PS4 or a machine capable of playing PS4 games, not only can you buy this game, there were physical copies of it. So that's certainly an option if you want to pick this up. You can try hunting down a physical copy. You can probably get it on PS4. All else fails, it is on Steam. Just be prepared to deal with some headaches, because it was not optimized well. I would love to see this get a proper port to some modern systems, just to keep it alive, because it's a great remake. Like, they did a great job updating the original Target Earth to just... I don't want to say modern standards, because it sounds a bit grandiose, but, you know, they made it play even better than it did before. It's brought up to the same level as Assault Suits Falcon, which is great. I don't know what else to say. Heck, even the art style. I know not everybody will like that, but I actually really like the HD drawn art. I think the art looks great. It's all very detailed. I don't know. I just feel like this one's really underlooked, you know? I wish I could get more eyes on it, but I don't have any sort of reach, you know? I stream here on Twitch as a hobby, and I have a small crew that follows me, mostly my friends. And it just doesn't feel like I can really spread the news of this one at all. The best I could probably do would probably be making like a full video about the Assault Suit series, which would be an undertaking, but I wouldn't mind doing it. The main issue with that is I would have to capture footage for a few games that would be... Like, if I did the full Assault Suit series retrospective someday, I wouldn't just be covering the Assault Suits games, because there's only 4 of them. That would be Assault Suits Lanos, Assault Suits Valken, Assault Suits Lanos 2 on Sega Saturn, which got a port onto modern systems on the Switch in English, which, holy shit, because it never got an English release before that. And then Assault Suits Valken 2, which is a strategy RPG released only on the PS1 with no translation that I'm aware of, and it's a PS1 game, so... Well, not a PS1, it's a PS1 strategy game, so I don't even know what it'd be like. But here's the thing. I couldn't just cover those games. No, sir. If I were to do the full Assault Suits retrospective... Oh, Captain, everywhere I look, there's nothing but wreckage. I heard this is where the final battle took place, but what was it like? Indeed, it was a heroic fight for justice, atrocious, aberrant aliens. We beat them down and tossed them out. Well, that might be exaggerating. Nothing on sensors, all green. Good. On to the next point, then. Copy. Alright. That might tie into one of the later games. I've never played Lanos 2. I'd like to. I'll have to pick it up at some point. Did they ever do a physical release of that? I'll have to check. Anyway. Let me go into the options screens to get our scores. Enemy HP gauge off. Alright. The classic mode is a mode based on the original game, where it's still the remake, but all the levels are laid out the way you would remember them, instead of the remake's more drastic changes. There's a practice mode where you can learn all the controls. You can choose the stages you want to play. Let's check out the data room. Let's see. Achievements. There you go, look at that. We got a bunch of things. Cleared all stages in classic modes. Heavy Armor Master. Guns, guns, guns. Earned all the weapons. Played one stage with... Ah, yes, that's a... I know what that's a reference to. Destroyed the attack ship stage 145 miles of the base. Shuttle protection. Nope. Okay. Shot down all enemies in the airborne section of stage 4. Hidden path inside the base in stage 4. Okay, there's a hidden path that I never found. Bulkheads. Bunker buster. If it moves, kill it. I don't even know what that means. Left all mines unexploded in stage 7. I certainly didn't. Tank buster. Hard brawler. Cleared any stage with melee attacks only. Huh. Starting there's a stage where it'd be easy to do that. Destroyed all escaping ships in stage 7. Rust resistant. Keep your AS dry in stage 4. Isn't that one like all... Isn't that one like all... Oh, wait, no. That's the water. You just have to stay out of the water for that one. Superhuman pilot. Completed stage 1, 2, 3, or 5 by taking damage. Save Sasali in stage 8. I can save him in stage 8 too? Oh, saved by Sasali? But I did that. I have that achievement. Why is it not lit up? Wait, can I... That's not doing anything. Okay, you can listen to the music here. Which is fun. And then, of course, you have this art that I don't think I've ever seen somebody post somewhere else. You actually get, like, the documents for the game. Which is awesome. Not translated, but still pretty cool. Look at how many pages there are here. There we go, check that out. See, they took this seriously. I love it when games include, like, bonus materials like this, too. This is always the cool stuff to see. Yeah, see, that's totally a reference back to, like, the Gerwalk mode. That does not look like a Zentradi battle pod. Some of these other things look very Zentradi, though. Alright, let's check out this other document. Oh, I think this is for the original Genesis game. These are like design documents from the original game. Look at this. Oh my gosh. That's the Starship Troopers assault suit. Powered suit, yeah. They must use that as like the inspiration. Yeah, the direct inspiration for the Lanos suit. That makes sense. Yeah, I did see a little bit of hey, there's some Zentradi stuff. I did see a little bit of Starship Troopers. Yeah, like the 80s anime, which is so worth watching. And there's the X-Wing from Star Wars, the Power Loader from Aliens. Told you guys, mecha connoisseurs. That's just white base. I would buy kits of all of these. These are like the actual design documents for the original Genesis game. That's amazing. The fact that they actually had these and can pull these up to show here is incredible. Yeah, like stage layouts, maps. Dude, this is so cool. I love behind the scenes stuff like this. Oh, wait. Is that the... It's the localized English title. They even had that planned out? Really? Okay, one more thing. The manual. Okay. Yeah. Concept art. Oh, I bet Classic Mode has stuff that's only from the original game in it, too. And there we go, the actual instruction manual for the game. Look at that. Story, what's Lanos? Oh, look at that. Actual art for, like, the in-game mechs, too. Worker, caster, Versuit, the Versus, deck. So the Zaku type thing is called a deck, okay? Crichton, that's interesting reference. That's the little armored guys. The Zaire 1, Durant, Dreadnought. Outfile? I think it says outfile. Widrum. Oh man. That's sick. Screw it. Why not? Just for the fun of it. Why not? try that again. Without sucking this time. Oh, hold on. I think enemy explosions hurt us now here. Fuck. You know, it's fine. It's fine. I'll give this one more shot. Again, this would be way easier if I had an actual controller to play with, but this very much does not want to do that. Fuck. Okay. Okay. Alright, it's 11:16 p.m. I don't even know who's still with me right now. Well, there we go. I think this was pretty good. I think we had a decent run of things given the technical difficulties we had. The game didn't crash nearly as much as I expected it to, at least, so that was good. Still not sure why the controller started doing that. I'm gonna have to see if I can open this up and repair it, clean it up a little bit. It's about the only thing I can figure. Wouldn't be the first controller I've done that with. Yeah. Probably if I had a damn clue where my small screwdriver went, that'd be nice. Probably in my tool chest, actually. It's fine. I'll have to do that after this. That said, I don't think I have enough time to stuff Armored Hunter Gunhound in here. Let me take a look at my schedule here real quick and see what else we can do here. Let's see. I did Target Earth. I did Cybernator. Yeah, I did. Okay, we still got more things to do. Plenty more to do. But hey, we actually got all the way through this one. And hopefully, if anybody's still watching this, you can at least tell why I have a major soft spot for this. Like, I think this game is fantastic. Just a second here. But yeah, I think this game's awesome. I think it's very much underlooked when it comes to the... Hold on. I think it's very much underlooked when it comes to this whole mecha platform genre. I wish more people paid attention to it, but it's just not something people are going to pay attention to. Heck, a lot of people probably don't even know that Cybernator, which is usually the most popular entry in the series, is a, I doubt they even know that it's a, like, part of a series. But, yeah. I think it's worth a shot. I almost don't want to switch over to the face cam mode, because this screen is pretty damn cool, all things considered. I'm happy with how this looks. I think this looks great. I need to find an excuse to keep using it. Like, this is a slick layout. I like this one. I might rework elements of this in some of my other layouts, because I will say, I like the little border I have around my camera here. I think it makes things look a little cooler. But, yeah, let's go to the face cam mode. Alright. Well then. I guess we'll call that end of stream. I wish we hadn't had some of the technical difficulties we had wound up having. That's about my main complaint tonight. The game itself, I have zero complaints about the game. The game was great. Assault Suit Lanos is awesome, and it should have gotten a port to Steam that wasn't, you know, shaky like it is. And it should get a port to modern systems, frankly. It should be available for more people to play. That said, you know, it's a little disappointing. This came out in 2016, right? Since then, we've had re-releases of Vulcan under Assault Suits Vulcan Declassified, which was a really cool release. Getting the full original Japanese game in English on modern systems with a bunch of bonus content was great. We finally got an English version of Lanos 2 for the Saturn, which got a Western release with English, and it's just like, I never expected that. So that's awesome. I really do need to pick that up and play that as well, because I love this series. But that's been about it. Target Earth got added to the Switches online, if anybody cares about that. That's actually something I should know. If you have a Nintendo Switch with Nintendo Switch Online, and it has the Genesis expansion, which is more money. But anyway, if you have all that, Target Earth is on the Genesis stuff. Would I recommend it? I mean, if you're somebody like me, I would, but for the average player, I think most people just get frustrated after the first stage. But yeah, beyond that, we really have the 4 main Assault Suits entries. They would go on to inspire a lot of games, going all the way back to the 90s with Metal Warriors being a big one. There are several indie games that are inspired by this. I really hope the Scramble Vice gets released at some point. However, the Assault Suit series itself, despite still being notable enough to get like some small releases, I don't know if it'll get a new game. I would love for it to get a new game. I just don't think it's going to happen, unfortunately. But hey, stranger things have happened. I won't lie, I would actually love to make that full Assault Suits video. It would just be a lot of work, because there's a lot I would have to cover in that. Because it wouldn't just be the Assault Suits series. I would have to cover Xrd, or Kaiserd, and Vixen 357. And I would have to cover... briefly, I'd have to cover the Front Mission series just for a little bit. But I'd have to actually go into detail on Front Mission Gun Hazard, because that was made by the same people. So I can't just skip over that because it's not an Assault Suits game. I have to talk about that too. And then, of course, at that point, why not mention some of the games that were inspired by it, bring up some history tidbits, all that. It would be a massive undertaking. It would be fun, but it would be a lot. Could be fun. Currently, though, my main plan is to get to work on the Makai Tencho video once summer rolls around. That's the main thing for this year. Anyway, I'm just sitting here yammering on. There's not really much else to do. We should be back on Friday. I don't know if we'll do Thursday. If I have time on Thursday, I might throw in an extra stream. But on Friday, it's Fightcade Friday, and we will be doing some we'll be doing some Fightcade stuff, you know, off the new computer. I'm actually gonna run tests on that after I end stream here in a moment, just to make sure things are set up properly, and we won't have any issues like we did today, because I did have to run a little bit of tech support while I was getting the game set up. Nah, I should have expected that. Go figure, I have my new computer, and the first thing I want to stream is one of the games that just doesn't work fully, right? That is so in character for me. Ugh. Anyway. Why don't I get out of here, right? That's not what I'm supposed to click. Alright, well then. Why don't I go raid over to Cobra? She's playing more Shining Force 2. That game's awesome. I feel like that could work out. So, I'll get that raid set and we'll get out of here. It was a slower night than I would have hoped for, but I'm happy I got through the game at least. Anyway, this has been Quinn Michael from Shaky Control Studios, Channel 14, WNBI TV, where we're high on retro junk. And like it or not, I'll be back next time. You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.